Hey guys, Jamie here with our weekly video of encouragement. Happy March. Woohoo! It's like 60 degrees right here, right now, right here. It's 60 degrees here right now and it feels like spring. So the perfect way to kick off March for sure. I don't know if it's gonna last, but we'll take it. Today, I'm excited to chat about this month's challenge, and it's going to be a good one. So I already actually had planned for March as I got my new planner and started planning 2022 for us to do some kind of menu planning, meal planning in March. And then as it was getting the end of February, I was actually hearing some of you ladies talk about how far your food planning has veered off the rails. And I totally hear you. We had several months of sickness and it was just like survival mode around here when it came to food and planning. And I was feeling it as well. Like, I have got to start getting this under control again. I'm totally in the mood. I don't know. Does spring do that to you? I don't know the rhyme or reason behind it, but March meal planning seemed to roll right off the tongue, and it sounded like several of us were ready to get to it, so we're gonna do it. So we're gonna do something a little bit different. Well, we've never done this challenge, so that's one fun thing. And we're going to do it a little bit differently in that we are going to just focus on it every Monday through the month of March. So sometimes our challenges are like through a weekend. Sometimes they're a week long, 5 or 7 days. But this time we're going to do a day of the week, Mondays, for meal planning, which goes along with our recipes theme that we typically do on Mondays. So I feel like it's in the same family talking about food. So that will be our Mondays through this month of March. And each Monday, we're going to tackle a different kind of meal planning. So I went ahead and fudged and started early on the 28th of February since it was a Monday and it would give us 5 weeks for this challenge. So if you go back in the post from yesterday, we talked about doing 7 suppers, planning 7 suppers. So we have talked about dinner and menu planning before, and we have talked about food budgets before. So I wanted to just talk to you guys a little bit about how this is a little bit different. So we do have a challenge that we've done before. It's called the Menu Planning and Food Budget Challenge. I might just shorten it to Food Budget Challenge or Grocery Budget Challenge because it is heavy on saving money with your planning, and where our focus there was dinners mostly, which is what can be our big budget buster if we don't plan ahead. And so you can find that in our library, and it is on our website in the support group or in the membership library, and you can find the food budget, grocery budget challenge there. Now that one is pretty intensive. It's probably our longest challenge that we have because it can take a couple of months for you to figure out where your spending is now and then how to trim that back and experiment and get your budget shaved off a few $100s a month. Now that's what happened with me when I was intentional about our budget. I was able to save $300 a month consistently by having this plan, and so I put it all into the challenge, and other moms were having as much success too. My favorite story is one of our members who they ended up being able to move and build their own home, and she attributed a lot of the savings to the grocery budget that we helped her just finally get a handle on. So if you've been trying to figure out how to shave $100 to $300 off of your grocery budget a month, especially in these times right now, you might want to go back and take a look at that. Like I said, it's self-paced and it can take a couple of months to really figure out where you are and get to where you want to be, but it's totally worth it if you get a chance to do that. So that is the grocery budget challenge with a high emphasis on dinners. But what we're going to do in March is a little bit different, a little bit more lighthearted, with just some fun tips and ideas and just encouragement to plan not only dinners, but some other parts of foods and menus in your house. So I don't want to spoil all of the fun, but the 7 suppers that we posted on Monday is the last time that we're going to talk about suppers. And I use supper because 7 and supper both start with S, but you can call it 7 dinners if you want to. So that's going to be what I posted yesterday and what we're going to work on this week with posting your 7 dinner ideas for the week. Is the last time that we're going to talk about supper for this month. What I want to do is each Monday just focus on one way that you can be planning food and meals in your family. And then by the end of the 5 weeks, you'll have 5 easy ways to plan meals and food in your family, and then you'll be able to take that into the next month. Now ideally you would do those 5 things each Monday or each Sunday as you plan food for your family for the week, and but we're just going to baby step through those in March. So I always love to make it worth your time to participate and do your homework. So we are doing our $5 Starbucks gift card drawings with each of the 5 Mondays. So we have not had a whole lot of people post yet. I know this was a little not fair with the 7 suppers because I posted it like yesterday evening and already one of the suppers would be, well, actually I take that, well, yeah, today's Tuesday. So Monday, Tuesday. Anyways, if you just have to tell us what you had for dinner without it having been part of the plan on Monday, that's totally fine. Just tell us the meals that you're having for this week. The point is to know them ahead of time instead of figuring it out at 5 o'clock each night. So show us that you had a plan for your 7 suppers this week and put it in the comments of that post for the 7 suppers of the March Meal Planning Challenge. And we will draw our Starbucks winner. The plan is Sunday at noon will be your deadlines, and I will draw the winners as we go. And again, each Monday is going to be a different task about food planning. It's not going to be the 7 suppers every time. I also want to point out a difference with this challenge. We're kind of just going to go week by week. Each thing that we're going to plan is just going to be planned for the week, where the budget challenge really encouraged you to plan for the whole month, which can be hard for a lot of people and something I don't normally do, but that is how I was able to save that much money, was making myself plan that far ahead. When I did the whole month in planning at the beginning of the month in the grocery budget challenge, the thing that made it easy for me was to make each day of the week a theme. And I picked those themes based on our family's activities. So like if Jeff's home on weekends, on Saturdays, he's a great cook. And so we would make Saturdays like our barbecue grilling night. And then Sundays are kind of like laid back, nobody wants to cook. It would be like our leftover night. And then Mondays, maybe the boys have sports, so we'd need something quick. So it would be grab something out of the freezer night for every Monday of the month, that month. And maybe Tuesdays are soups. And so when I had like a theme for each day of the week, when I was trying to work on our budget, having a theme for the day of the week really helped, instead of looking at all 30 days and trying to think of a food for each 30 days, knowing that on Tuesday all I have to do is think of a soup and just like listing out my 5 soups that I do and then moving on to the freezer foods and the 5 freezer foods that we do. That made it really easy. But again, that is in the budget challenge that's already in our library. And what we are doing this March is by the week. So instead of telling you guys Monthly planning, that's the answer. That's how you need to do it. I understand that people do things different ways, and so we just want to kind of hit the different kinds of personalities and planners that us moms are. And so with this month of March, it's going to be planning by the weeks. So if you happen to be a big monthly planner, of course, plan your month of foods and just share with us in the 7 Suppers post what your 7 days of dinners are for this week. If you want to show us the whole month, if you've done that, we would love to see that. I actually decided to tinker with planning a whole month. I have some holes I still need to fill out. But I posted, and I don't get entered to win the Starbucks, unfortunately. But I posted our month, but you can see the 7 days. So if I was entering to win, the 7 suppers would count. High five. So the 2 sheets that I have for the 7 suppers planning, I linked in the comments of yesterday's post. If you are a weekly planner, typically you would love our restful week sheet that we create to simplify your weeks as busy, overtaxed moms. And this is something that you all have access to. It's in our library. You can find it here in the group. It's something we send in our welcome mail. And this year I'm just doing the clipboard for each week. And I've got my 7 days for the week, and dinners are the column farthest out. And so that's one way that you can have your plan and write it out. Or this was from that budget challenge where we have a whole calendar that you can fill out for each month and use that if you want to go with that. In fact, I mean, even though it's a month, you could just plan 7 days at a time, and just by the end of it, you'll have a whole month filled out, but you only went 7 days at a time, which would be totally fine too. So again, I'm not gonna say which way is the best because I've used both and I like both, and sometimes I'm in the mood for weekly planning and sometimes I'm in the mood for monthly planning. And honestly, that week sheet, what we said with that was, if you just even know in the morning what you're gonna make for dinner, that is a huge help instead of just waiting till 5 o'clock figuring it out. But with this March challenge, we are challenging you to have a food plan for 7 days. And we want you to see how that works out for you and if it makes life easier for you and your family. So again, our first post for the March meal planning challenge is 7 suppers, posted yesterday. Be sure to comment before Sunday at noon. Let us know that you planned out 7 suppers, which you kind of need to do today, girls. I'm giving you a bye for yesterday because I posted so late. But have your 7 suppers planned, post them, and you can be entered to win the Starbucks gift card. And then on next Monday, we will have a totally different topic about food planning, that we can share tips. If you guys have other calendars or printable things that you like, or you have a certain system for planning 7 suppers all at once, we want to know your tips too. I am by no means the expert. I just know things that work for me and I share them with you, but we love when you share your ideas and tips because I have learned a lot from you guys along the way. So I hope you're excited about our March meal planning together here in membership at Milk Allergy Mom. All the M's in March. And I did just start our March marathon in a month as well. So we're gonna try to get in as many miles as we can in March. Hopefully the weather is nice this month and we can get in more miles, and that has been started too in the posts here in the support group. If you have any questions how that works and you are not in, just let me know and I'll help you figure that out as well. So 2 fun challenges going this month. Both can make a big difference in your food allergy family and life, and we hope you guys will participate in both. If you have any questions, let me know. Head back, check out yesterday's post, 7 suppers planned, and we will keep all of the meal planning posts for this month in the featured posts so that you can find them all and catch up anytime. So, but you will have to comment before the Monday to Sunday of each one to be entered to win. We're not going to save them all for the end, I don't think. We do that often, but I think we're going to draw them as we go. So be sure to check them out, learn something each week about meal planning, and I can't wait for next week's topic. But right now we're on 7 suppers planned at a time, and I've already got my one crossed off from last night, and we're going to cross another one off. Accounting for leftovers, cooking once, eating twice, some frozen foods. Gonna do soups, I think, on Tuesdays this month, unless things get changed around. And I just cross them off as I go if we make it, and I circle them if we didn't make it that day. And so I'll go back and know that I still probably have the ingredients for that. Hey, Angela, good to see you. Hope you will be meal planning with us this month, girly. It's gonna be fun, and we're giving out prizes. So I think that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know if you're excited. Let me know what you're hoping we will cover. You know, there's lots of food things to plan. I hope you guys will love what we're gonna do. And yeah, let's have a good month together. I feel like this is gonna save us time and stress and energy, which is always a big goal here in membership. We moms want to save our sanity, am I right? Angela says, I will definitely be doing more meal planning this month. And Angela, I was just saying, it's not all about dinner planning. So this week's focus is 7 suppers planned at a time. But we got other fun things up our sleeves and other kinds of meal planning to talk about. So we hope you guys learn a lot. We got 5 weeks of this, so it should be a good time. All right, I think I'm gonna head off, and I hope you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you soon, and I hope that you are encouraged. Bye.